Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tatiana's Toolbox. Today, I am having some insights, and this, of course, is just me. But the reason why I share these insights with all of you is because some of you might be going through similar situations, and when you have somebody out there talking about it, sharing what they're going through, it makes you also not feel that you are going through these things alone, and that you can relate. And that's how we actually grow, and we can become more conscious of what's going on as a collective. So that's why I started sharing these insights, because I think it's time to be open, to share and stop pretending to be something we're not. So this is just what comes from me, and so I noticed that in the in the world today, well, many people really are not in their happy place, their happy space, and doing what they really love, and being full of bliss and joy, and being in the heart, being in their passion. And I've been wondering, why is this? Because I myself have been struggling to get there somehow. And of course, it's always, we may think, oh, it's the lack of opportunities, or it's difficult. And of course, this is all us at a core level. It's what we're manifesting, creating, is coming from us. So I went inside myself and asked myself this question: why I'm not in the full flow of potential. And if this is your case right now, this may be resonating. So the possible answers, because again, there's no answers, questions just really bring up more questions. But for now, one is that I'm not being able to hold the heart frequency for prolonged moments, meaning stay in it. So that means that I'm not being able to stay in source love, plug into God, source, whatever you want to call it. And the other aspect is that when something difficult comes along, and difficult situations, challenging things, it takes too much energy to rebalance. So that energy is like having money, and it costs you a lot to just rebalance, so you don't have any more money to go and do other stuff. So basically, the energy gets depleted. And this depletion, of course, would never happen if you're plugged into infinite source. So this is how it goes for me, that I'm understanding if we're not plugged into source energy 24/7, and of course doing and whatever, yes, that's what happens. Anything that comes, it just creates a lot of depletion, and then it's like a vicious cycle. So basically, the question here is, why am I not in God, in love? And then the answers that came to me is, first, doubt, and second, non-acceptance of duality. What this means is that duality is what creates pain. So it's this denial of this reality that we have chosen to be in, this third dimensional density that we chose to be in as we incarnated here. So there is a sense of denial of that. And of course we can say, yeah, I want to be so spiritual and be up there just connecting and not acknowledging that reality, that third dimensional density is still here. I wake up every morning and I still have to provide for myself, eat, sleep, go places. I'm still here in a body. So it's that denial or that wish that it were not that way which I realized is key. And so, as much as our third dimensional reality and manifestations is a projection, it's all a projection. Like, from a quantum point of view, it is a projection of greater of consciousness. But from the third dimensional mind, it's a real physical, tangible thing. So that is why it's so important to just acknowledge it. So the third thing is, okay, then how do I get out of denial? And the way to get out of denial is, well, it's opposite. It's by accepting it and embracing it as it is. And then being part of it and choosing to create in it with love. So my conclusion today is choosing love. By choosing love, I am in love. And this, of course, is nothing new. And this is not even new to me. It's always there, like a concept. It's a concept. But how do we move from the concept to the actual embodiment of it? So if you're going through something similar, what I have to say today is really, if you can take a moment to notice whatever you're doing, if you're choosing love in that action or that thought or that emotion. Yes. So the reason I'm telling you all this is to share from an honest point of view of another human being like yourself who is going through these things, these thoughts. And again, it's nothing new. It's not new in history. It's not new. I've read this a million times. We hear it every day. We hear it from our teachers, our spiritual teachers. We hear it in, we know it from ancient knowledge. I'm an avid scholar of, a lot of studying of everything that has to do with spirituality. I'm very avid in devouring information. And yet, why has it not sunk in is what I wanted to share with you today. Also to tell you that we are all in this together. So it is okay to not have all the answers and to not be there yet and perfect, because that is the process we are going through to actually be able to sustain that heart energy, sustain that love, sustain it. So these were the insights of the day, the most human insight I can give you today. And if you relate to this, know that you have chosen your humanness, and that we can choose to be human and choose to be in love every day, in love, in source, in God energy, or whatever you want to call this. So many blessings to you all, and please feel free to leave any comments, any questions. I am also here to support. So have a beautiful, wonderful day. Love you all.